Good afternoon. Today I would like to make a lesson, a speech concerning my interpretation of Sonata in D minor, number classified 41 D4. Wonderful sonata, it's very interesting for a recorder player. And we will follow the score and the performance that I recorded 1.5 years ago. There is the link of the video, and we will listen together my audio file and we will speak about. The first that we see now in this score is that the detail is important. Is that the bass start alone. Boom, bim, 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 bim. Boom, dun, din, 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 with lower D. And so what the flute, the recorder is making, is like an introduction, a prelude. And what is interesting is that the B flat is a strong dissonance upon the C sharp of the bass. So it's very modern, we can see, unusual way of starting. D minor, the instrument making nothing in the chord of D minor. Like Marcello, like other sonata, but start with the one note of the chord of the diminished seventh upon the lead note, the sensibile, the C sharp. And this B flat seems something that starts and after lost is forced. So in my interpretation I try to make a vibrato not at the beginning, the second half of the note. And then it's like dying, finishing. We will listen. I decided to do a vibrato a little. It's done with the medium finger, the only finger, but you can use also the little one, but with the medium you can decide more the quantity of vibrato. The problem is that you don't have to open the other holes. So this is a beginning that is not easy. An ornament possible where G, A, B. And of course, you can make something in this 16. Instead of vibrato flattement from finger, you can make a vibrato with air, with your breath. Okay, we will listen again. Okay, and now the bass make a chord, another diminished seventh, but in this case the diminished seventh of the tonality of the dominant of E minor, so A, and the chord is G sharp, B natural, D, F. And upon this chord, the flute make 3, really 4, because there is a fourth one, D. But the composer asked, I think that the original of this sonata is for flute, baroque flute, so for a baroque flute it's more easy. But in any case, also if the original is for recorder, I don't remember, the composer is asking us to make the note in 3 different volumes, strong, normal, piano and pianissimo. And we know that with recorder it's quite impossible. You can make a small difference, but not a difference and then a stronger difference. So you have to change the fingering. When you have to make a note piano, you have to make a note a little higher as tuning and blow less. For example, if you have to make a G, if you want to make a G piano, you can use instead of the medium the ring finger. The tuning is wrong, but if you blow with less air, you will have a G with the lower volume. And if you make without finger and you blow very, very gentle with a few air, a little quantity of air, small quantity. So for example with G it will be medium finger, ring finger and with nothing. It's problematic but not impossible. With D, higher D is more difficult. You can make normal D and then you open a little, but very, very little, the index, and then a little more, but you risk to broken the note. It depends for your instrument, it depends for your finger. This is what I try to do. The difference, I was playing a plastic instrument. With a plastic instrument is more difficult than with a good wooden instrument. But we will listen. There is some difference, not so enormous, but a little difference. Better between the first and the second than between the second and the third. And now the F in bar 3 doesn't imply that you have to play in a special way, it's just that you come back and play normally. It's interesting because it is a syncope. And this sentence is a fifth higher, the same sentence of the beginning. But with two differences. The first is start after, and it starts after because it's arriving from this controtempo. D, 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 F, da, ra, 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 ra. So it will Telemann, the intention of Telemann is to continue with this controtempo. It's not a syncope, but like syncope. The second, because there is this ornament, D, E, F. When you have a note That's it. That is the third minor of something, D, F, A, or G, B flat, D. You can make these three notes. Parara is the same of the famous cantata. This was in G minor, and you can make G, A, B. Okay. And here is the same. The F go down until A. So this is like a wonderful introduction, and after, at the end of this first line, the piece is like starting. We will listen again. Okay, and then we have an half tone. When we have an half tone, it's wonderful to make a gruppetto. But if I'm making normal gruppetto, F, E, D, E, no one will listen that the written note is E. So we can make a gruppetto that starts later, E and after gruppetto. There is a modulation because there is before B flat, F, B flat, and then G sharp, E natural, E, the dominant of A minor. We will listen. It was not only a gruppetto, but with trill. I tell in Italian, mi, fa, mi, fa, mi, fa, mi, re, mi, fa. It is a way complicated for making mi, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, mi, fa, mi, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, mi, fa, mi, fa, mi, fa, mi, re, mi, fa. It's depends of your finger, your instrument, and your capacity to put in the good position this ornament. Now with the D sharp E, we have exactly the same phrase that we had before with E natural F. Of course, we can make the same ornament, but it's difficult because it's difficult to make a legato between D sharp and C sharp because they are in two different registers of the instrument, so the legatura don't work. If it's low, you can change the pressure. But in the speediness, if I try to make D sharp, C sharp, it could be that I obtain another note. So I need something else, a mordente upon E. A mordente in levare. And probably something else we will see. Okay, in the note C, A, F sharp, I make just the note between C and A and between A and F sharp. And now we have again the same sentence with C sharp. So 3 times the same sentence. There is different solution. To make exactly the same ornaments 3 times is not a good idea. You can make something that simple, complicated, more complicated, or the opposite, very complicated, complicated and simple. We will see, we will listen what I did. It's similar, but in the first sentence, I stopped it on the first note. Dang, da 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 da. And in this I did da 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 da. C sharp, D, C sharp, D, C sharp, E natural, C sharp, D. We listen again. And this B, G, E, I did an acciaccatura. 2 acciaccatura, 1 upon B, C, B. And this was like an imitation. And after we have a 3 note, like before. Before was D, now is C. With C is more easy. Because the C is less dangerous note. But the difference is not so much. You can also try to open, here I was open the index, but you can also try to open a little the medium. But it's very dangerous with the medium because it changed from D to D flat. If you try to open the index, it remains Do, but C, but a little to I, not too much to I. We will listen how it works. It worked. Yeah, not bad. Bam, bam, bam. And after written ornamented, C, D, E, F, E, D, C, D, E, F. I did, I think, all legato. But you can make tonguing, for example, in the long note. The 16. After, the last F is dotted, and then you have a trill. This trill is a little complicated because normally the trill upon G start with A. But here is written an F that arrives after another F. Or we make a jump between F and A, or we imagine that Telemann was asking us to make F, G, A. And the same after. I don't remember what I did. We will listen. Yes, I did. Da da da. What is interesting is that before the first trill is a 30 second. before the second trill is just a 16. It could be that you make a dotted D, but I think it was more sweet, this change of rhythm. And now the piece starts again. But what's interesting that the bass doesn't make D, F, E, D, C sharp, but because it's a line from a G. It's not good, this jump between G and F, so it's make a jump between G and G and 2/16. And the piece starts again. I don't remember what I did, but normally when something starts again, we play this again in another way with the different ornaments. We will listen. Okay, I did something. I make a levare, a note before, that is the dominant of G minor. The strong relationship, it is DG in G minor. But here Telemann doesn't start with G, but start with the second note of the chord of G minor. G, B flat, D. So my levare, D, B. And I did something more complicated. I did a mordente. It's the same of other music. We will listen again. I think that I did something also on the 16. Yes. We will listen. This is a strange ornament. It's an ornament done during the note. I guess that something similar exists in haute terre. I'm not sure. An higher note, when you're doing the note number 1, you make 1, 2, 1. But it's an ornament that normally is not written in the Baroque music. And after I did the AG a little later, instead of I did like for making more feeling. That is the same, but it's not, it was not an imitation. What happened after? Da, 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 da. When you have a long note and short note after, you can make your note more long and the short note more shorter. This is an ornamentation that I like very much. The note was E, F, C, E, D, C sharp. After each note, you make the note higher. E, F, D, E, C sharp. play slow. And after we have the 3G. This is very easy to do because you can change the finger without finger. To make 3 different solutions for G is the more easy note on the alto recorder. This was a mistake probably from my part. The second was too piano. I had to find something more in the middle. You have to check with it's really related of the instrument that you will play. So each solution it's related at the instrument that you will play. Then we have exactly what we had in the third bar, tarari, but with a different end. And hand has to be after the trill DD, but instead of making DD, is make. It's a cadenza a surprise. Instead of to have an accord of D minor, we have an accord of E flat major. Very, very, very strange. Very strange. With this relationship, E flat, D, C sharp. That is the same that a bar before was B flat, A, G sharp. There is no tonality that has B flat and G sharp, and there is no one tonality that has E flat and C sharp, but it is a way of making something that is minor to make double minor, more minor, as much minor as possible. We will listen what I did. The B was a surprise. In this way, the B is more surprising, and then we underline the syncope. And after is the same with this syncope and with this jump, pim, pom, and I did something between G sharp and A mordente. G, A, G, A. Something that I did before, I put the note in the middle. In this sonata, many things are repeated 3 times. Also this sentence is repeated 3 times. And this, the chord is A, C sharp, E, G. The C sharp is made by the basso, and the flute make A, A, G. With the dissonance in these 4 notes, A, C sharp, E, G, is the G, the 7th of the dominant 7. It's an idea very, very strong, very with courage, and perfect for the instrument because it's not so difficult and use a register in which the voice of the instrument the listener will listen you for sure. Remember to make a long note at the end of the sonata, and not ta, but ta. It's not obligatory, but could make a good effect. I did a normal trill upon C sharp, and then I did a mordente. The last note, the first note of a piece, is perfect for a mordente. For example, also this one. Okay, I hope it has been useful. We will see if there is something to tell about the second movement. Bye bye.